Fans of Coronation Street will see Maggie Driscoll's dark temper spiral next week as she drives a wedge between her son Ben and Steve during Jim's funeral. Clearly rattled by Ben's growing bond with Steve, Maggie fiercely criticizes his decision to attend the service and stand by him. Yet could her behavior be driven by more than simple overprotectiveness? Whispers in the tabloids hint that Maggie once had a secret romance with Jim McDonald, and that he might actually be Ben's biological father. If that's true, her visible discomfort over Ben's closeness to Steve could stem from the possibility that the two men are unknowingly half-brothers. Although Ben appears delighted to have found a new best friend in Steve, Maggie remains suspicious and keeps a close watch on their friendship. While the pair chat about Ollie and Amy's upcoming first date, they have no idea that Maggie is quietly attempting to undermine the budding romance. Soon after, Steve turns to Ben for emotional backing and invites him to accompany him to Jim's funeral. The request unsettles Tim, but the pub landlord, fully aware of the pain of losing a father, ultimately agrees to support Steve on the difficult day. Maggie reacts harshly when she learns that Ben intends to go. She insists he barely knows Steve and has no place involving himself in such private family matters, leaving Ben bewildered by her cold response. On the day of the service, Steve arrives feeling anxious, especially with his mother and twin brother absent. Thankfully, Ben's presence offers him comfort and reassurance. Afterward, friends and family gather at the Rovers, including two of Jim's old army mates who share stories from his past, while Maggie looks on grimly. Determined to intervene, Maggie attempts to pull Ben away from the wake, reminding him about an important hospital appointment and trying to cut short the heartfelt tributes. Her sour attitude intensifies the following day when Ben fails to attend his crucial checkup, prompting questions about what has triggered her outburst. Eva suggests that the funeral may have reopened painful memories for Maggie about the death of her late husband Alan. Though she sympathizes, she cautions Maggie against venting her frustration on customers. Nevertheless, Maggie's temper flares again when she clashes with George and bars him from the pub. As her erratic conduct continues, those around her begin to worry. Will her family uncover the real reason behind her hostility, or will Maggie manage to keep her explosive secret buried? Viewers of Coronation Street have admitted they're not okay. After a powerful Carla Connor moment, they claim they've been waiting 10 years to witness. Regular fans of the ITV drama know that Carla and her partner Lisa have only just reunited following a rocky chapter in their relationship. Lisa's former wife shockingly resurfaced after being presumed dead and quickly disrupted the couple's happiness not long after they'd moved into their new home on Coronation Street and become engaged. However, after Lisa's ex was eventually handed a 12-year prison sentence, Carla and Lisa found their way back to one another. Carla later surprised her fiancé by securing their wedding date at the Chariot Square Hotel for April 23rd. Yet before they can walk down the aisle, Monday's episode showed Carla opening the door to their house and discovering a baby left in a car seat outside. Lisa chased after a woman who was hurrying away, only to realize the child was Connie, the daughter of Carla's brother Rob and prison officer Mandy, both of whom were previously involved in Carla's kidnapping and Rob's escape from jail. Although Carla was initially tender toward the infant, her attitude shifted dramatically once she learned the baby's identity and that Lisa had agreed they would temporarily care for her. Carla insisted Connie couldn't remain with them and argued that her grandmother had no right to abandon her on their doorstep. Later, Carla finally revealed the true reason behind her strong reaction. She confided in Lisa that she had suffered a miscarriage back in 2014. Carla explained that she had once been expecting a baby with her then-husband Peter Barlow and had been thrilled at the thought of welcoming a daughter before heartbreakingly losing the pregnancy. The tragedy unfolded during a particularly traumatic period, marked by Peter's affair and the investigation into Tina McIntyre's murder, a crime committed by Carla's own brother. Carla reflected that doctors never gave her a definite explanation for the miscarriage, but she felt certain that overwhelming stress at the time had played a role. She told Lisa that the baby girl would have been 11 years old now, adding that she wanted to explain why she had seemed so cold earlier in the day. The emotional confession deeply moved fans, as it marked the first occasion the Underworld boss had spoken openly about the loss on screen. Many viewers shared how touched they were by the heartfelt exchange, praising the gentle way Lisa listened and supported Carla. Some said they had waited over a decade for the storyline to be revisited, describing the moment as devastating yet beautifully handled. Others commented that Lisa's quiet reassurance and promise to stand beside Carla, including in caring for baby Connie, made the scene even more powerful. Several fans admitted they were brought to tears, calling the conversation an important acknowledgement of Carla's long-buried grief. The episode was widely applauded for portraying lingering sorrow with sensitivity, highlighting how certain losses never truly fade but remain part of a person's story forever. Coronation Street confirms major update for George Shuttleworth. A significant development has been revealed about George Shuttleworth's future on the long-running ITV drama, after actor Tony Maudsley shared exciting news with fans. The performer who portrays Weatherfield Undertaker George took to Instagram to announce that he has signed a fresh contract to remain on the show. In the celebratory post, Maudsley was pictured smiling broadly while raising a glass, clearly toasting the renewal. In his caption, he joked about happily accepting the offer and teased that he's eager to discover what lies ahead for his character, humorously hinting that it may involve even more encounters with the dearly departed. Although he chose not to disclose how long the new agreement will last, supporters quickly flooded the comments section with warm congratulations, expressing relief that George will be staying on the cobbles. Many viewers praised the character, noting that the series wouldn't be the same without him, and saying they're excited to watch his storyline unfold further. Among those celebrating the announcement was co-star Amy Robbins, who plays George's partner Christina Boyd. She shared her enthusiasm publicly, showing her delight at the contract extension. The update follows similar news from Jodie Prenger, who recently confirmed she too has renewed her deal to continue playing George's sister Glenda. Maudsley first stepped onto the street in 2020 as the son of established funeral director Archie Shuttleworth. After Archie's passing, George took over the family business and later surprised fans by embarking on a relationship with Eileen Grimshaw. Over the years, George has earned a reputation as a compassionate and principled figure, particularly in his professional duties. However, recent episodes have put that image under strain, with accusations surfacing that he exploited vulnerable elderly clients. In the latest drama, the situation escalates when the funeral parlor is hit with a wave of damaging online reviews posted by an unhappy customer named Annie. Matters spiral further when Christina files a complaint with the police alleging defamation, only for George himself to be summoned for questioning. With tensions rising, the big question now is whose version of events authorities will ultimately accept. The soap continues to air on weeknights on ITV1, with episodes also available for streaming on ITVX and YouTube.